Hi there, Stan the Annuity Man. This is Shooting It Straight. Welcome. And by the way, I'm Stan the Annuity Man, licensed in all 50 states, all that stuff, and I am America's annuity agent. Today's topic is a very, very good one, and it's the one that the consultants that follow me around and, like bodyguards, they're just, they're like, don't do this, Stan, don't do this one, don't do this topic. It's a hot one. You don't want to make anybody mad. That's never stopped me before. Topic is the new financial F word. There is one, okay? Now, for the longest time, the curse word in the financial business, and most people think it still is a curse word, is the word annuity. So many people don't understand what an annuity is. So many people are so misinformed about it, they make fools of themselves when they talk about it. But we all know that's not true. Annuities solve for four things: principal, protection, income for life, legacy, and long-term care. But I guess to some, the F word is annuity in the financial business. But I'm getting ready to step into I'm going to step on some toes here, okay? The new F word, in my opinion, not all of them, but some of them, is the word fiduciary. It's being used incorrectly. You say, wait a minute, Stan, are you a fiduciary? No, but I have a plaque on the wall that says I'm a good guy. I'm a good guy. Believe me, I'm a good guy. If you don't believe me, you look at the plaque. It says I'm a good guy. To me, that's fiduciary. Why do we have to have a plaque on the wall that says fiduciary? Shouldn't it be, if you're in the financial services business, that you're going to do the right thing for the client every single time? Shouldn't it be involuntary that the person that's selling a product or advising a product or managing, shouldn't they put the person's best interest ahead of theirs? Shouldn't that just come automatically? Do we have to have a certification for that? Some of the worst horror stories I've heard in the last 3 or 4 months have been recommendations from a fiduciary. Now, I'm going to go on the assumption that 95% of fiduciaries are honorable, good people, and I'm sure that's probably the case. I'm sure that's the case. Okay? But just like everything in the world, people are hiding behind a certification. They're hiding behind that fiduciary to recommend products that make no sense. Give an example. The other day, a client calls me and they're saying, I said, where are all your assets, investables? And I say, what's your investable assets? And that doesn't mean car, guitar, or house. And they go, well, majority of our assets are in the house. We have $2 million of equity in the house, and we've been advised by a fiduciary to take money from that reverse mortgage and buy 2 indexed annuities and a universal index policy. Wait a minute. You can't do that. It's not legal. Yes, you could launder the money. You could have the money from the reverse mortgage go to a bank and then write a check and then fill out the form, illegally and say source of funds bank instead of the reverse mortgage. Still laundering money. But that came from a fiduciary. And the person that I was trying to convince that this was wrong said, but Stan, how's that possible? This person's a fiduciary. I don't know. To me, as my grandfather always said, if you tell the truth, you don't have to remember anything. I don't understand why all financial advisors don't put the client's best interests ahead of theirs. I understand we live in an ugly world. I understand the moral compass is off for a lot of people. But what I'm telling you as the consumer out there who's watching this, if the plaque's on the wall, still do your due diligence. The plaque on the wall is not the due diligence. The plaque on the wall doesn't mean that everything that they advise is perfect. The plaque on the wall doesn't mean that you just have to follow their instructions because you know what, Stan? They're a fiduciary. Why would they do that to me? I don't know. And I don't know why we need certification to do the right thing. Why do we need certification for that? Shouldn't that be what we do? I understand the reason behind it. Listen, I work for Dean Witter, Morgan Stanley, Pennyweber, UBS. I get it. Been there, done that, been on that side of the table. Decided to come to the contractual guaranteed side of the table because there was so much sales pitch nonsense out here that I'm like, someone's got to address this stuff. I never thought I would do this video. My consultants are going to have an aneurysm when they see this. And for all the fiduciaries out there that are good people and doing the right thing and are appalled by what I'm saying, I get it. Send me the email, stan@theannuityman.com, hate mail, whatever. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the people that are riding on your coattails with the plaque on the wall that are taking advantage of people. There's no mulligans in retirement, okay? I'm the first one to say annuities aren't for everyone. I'm the first one to say that annuities have good and bad benefits and limitations. I'm the first one to tell someone when they don't need an annuity. Happens all the time here. We don't fit square pegs into round holes. We're not perfect, okay? But we just don't do that. And I'm certainly not going to use a plaque on the wall to convince somebody that I'm qualified. It just doesn't work like that. So once again, I know this is probably going to go viral and people are going to go get mad, and the board of the fiduciary world of the people, I don't know who they are, in Washington, D.C. or wherever they are, they're going to send me some letter. Go ahead. I'm not putting down all your people. What I'm saying is the same thing I say in the annuity world. There's some really good people in the annuity world that do it the right way. And I hope I'm in that category. But there's some shysters in the annuity world. There's some people that are complete crooks in the annuity world. I think that ratio is less in the fiduciary world, but they're coming out and they're hiding behind that plaque. I'm a good guy. Trust me, I'm a good guy or gal because I have a plaque on the wall. Be careful out there as the consumer. Still do your due diligence. And if it sounds too good to be true, even from the fiduciary, do your homework, do your research. And if they're pitching annuities, you really have to be careful. Okay? You really have to be careful because I'm a specialist. I do one thing. I only do that one thing. I live it. I breathe it. I've been doing it for decades. That's all I do. If I'm juggling all kinds of products as the fiduciary, RIA, whatever you are out there, or whoever you're talking to, you can't be you can't understand everything. So just be careful out there. I had to do this video because I'm getting so many calls. Because my team, what they do, if you schedule a call with us, we're big. We have thousands of clients, billions under management, etc. That's good. Never thought I'd get there. Very proud of that. But you're probably not going to get me. But when I get pulled in is with horrific train wreck cases. And the last 4 or 5 horrific train wreck cases came from the F word. So I'm like, man, I've got to do a video because if this is across the country, we got a problem. I'm hoping that I only got the only 5 and all the other stuff is good. I'm the first one to say, find a fee-only advisor out there. Notice I said only. Fee-only advisor to manage your non-annuity assets. Period. I'm all for that. And if they're a fiduciary on top of that, great. But be careful when that F fiduciary person is selling annuities. Might want to run it by us just to see if they're on the right track. If they are, we'll say, yeah, they're on the right track. Sounds good, buy it from them, great. If not, we're going to say, BS. We're going to call it out. Okay? This is serious. What's 13,000 to 16,000 people turn 65 every day looking for guarantees and truth? We got to make sure the truth is forefront. Period. End of story. Apologies to the really good fiduciaries out there, to the ones that are taking advantage of the plaque on the wall. We're watching. We're watching. Okay? And people are calling us, and you're hurting the fiduciaries that are doing it the right way. I'm Stan the Annuity Man. That is shooting it straight. Stay safe out there. Make good decisions. See you next time.